Ciao, everybody. Welcome back to the Juve Cornercast Tutto Calcio edition, episode 3. Damn, guys, we're already at episode 3, and we got some new faces here. We got Francesco here. He is a Milanista, and we got Dan here. That is a Napoli fan, guys. So don't worry, we got some new people there. Don't worry. And then, of course, we got the usuals. We got Reno here from Calcio with Reno Z, and we got Mr. Doctor, my guy Nino, my guy Doctor Football XP. But big up, man. Big up to everybody, of course, in the chat. Of course, to Anthony as well. He's a Milanista here. Oh my gosh, talking about Redbird out. Landshaw, where is everybody? We are finally here. Everybody, the 9 people, guys, get the likes up. Let's go share the content as always. Come on, so we can have some more episodes. It's going to be crazy for the next couple of weeks, especially with a lot of these new shows. What's going on, man? What's going on in the chat? But yeah, guys, I mean, we're going to be talking about what's happening in the Serie A, of course. You know, Dan is going to like this. Of course, guys, the banter, you know, it's there, you know, it's there.
Mamma mia.
So definitely for that. And look at this guy. Dom is here. What up, crew? What's going on? Dom as well in the chat. He can't make it tonight because of his internet, guys. So he'll be on the next one, though. So don't worry. He's trying to get that sorted. So, yeah, guys, of course, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, guys, let's talk about it, man. Let's get into it. I mean, let's talk about the Scudetto race. Dan, you confident with this Napoli side? You confident, especially with Conte not being at that bench?
Yeah.
You're confident?
We're at home. Yeah, man, we're at home. And it's Cagliari. They don't have anything real to play for except pride. Why wouldn't I be confident?
I like the confidence there. I like the confidence
Honestly, after I saw Inter's starting lineup, I would be even more confident if I was a Napoli fan.
They released the starting lineup.
Yeah, it's no starters are playing.
Yeah,
They'll save it for the Champions League.
Yeah, they're
nobody.
saving it
So
for the Champions League.
I would be even more confident. But,
Yeah,
Dude, man, how can you blame them, though, man? I don't blame them for doing that one bit.
no,
Winning one Champions League is like freaking 3 Scudetti in a row, bro. They need to go for it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what's silent. It sucks. Who's taking the Scudetto tomorrow? In my opinion, Napoli will. But yeah, no. Let's see what's gonna happen with that, man. Of course, Francesco, what are your thoughts on this season's Scudetto, man? Because since you are new, and same with you guys all on the show, you know the thoughts on this Scudetto this season, you know.
Well, Scudetto was a little roller coaster. You know, I mean, it's mainly been Napoli and Inter that have been going back and forth amongst each other. I mean, I always felt like Napoli was going to end up winning the Scudetto if it does happen tomorrow. Because, I mean, listen, you got Conte that comes into the team. You have a team that has nothing to play for except for just the Campionato. And they were in Coppa Italia, but they got eliminated quickly, which gave them an even better opportunity to just compete for the Scudetto and just solely focus on the Scudetto. I mean, I was a little skeptical if they could continue, especially when they sold Cavada. I don't know why they decided to get rid of Cavada at the January window.
Yeah.
But no, I think that Napoli might be able to pull it through. I mean, yeah, Conte might not be there the sideline tomorrow, but I mean, Inzaghi's not going to be there on the sideline for Inter as well. So,
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, what happened last week when that whole controversy happened with the Lazio.
Yeah, let's talk about those 2 games because there was a lot of controversy. There was a lot of controversy, especially on the Napoli side with that penalty. Dan, was that a penalty for you? Be honest. Was that actually a penalty or like what do you think?
You talked about the handball?
No, that penalty, like supposedly in that last minute that got overturned. Remember?
It was a penalty that got overturned.
Yeah. Napoli got a penalty.
My bad, man.
Okay,
so when they said Simeone fouled ahead of time.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, man. I've seen that be called for a foul, like in other matches, because of the fact that, like, you know, like whenever that shit happens and it's in the area di rigore, I remember that Koulibaly was just trying to get the ball out, and while he's trying to get the ball out, the attacker comes up and and just gets in front of him, and Koulibaly happens to hit him, and they called a penalty kick on him, man. So I've seen it before, and I've seen it be called for a penalty kick. So I get why people are upset about it and shit, and like, conspiracy theory that they didn't want Napoli to get the win and crap like that. But I think it was overblown, man. That being called a foul, people shouldn't be freaking out about it too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
On
No,
Simeone, yeah.
guys, your thoughts on it? We'll start with Nino. Nino, what are your thoughts?
Marotta.
Marotta League, I like that.
Marotta League, yeah, bravo,
There you
Nino.
go.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen.
There you
These
go.
are my thoughts.
No, honestly, I gotta say something. I love how your father is always talking about Marotta League this, Marotta League that. But when Marotta was the Diretto Sportivo for Juventus, he wasn't saying much about no Marotta League anymore. So yeah, now all of a sudden he comes out and starts saying Marotta League.
No, it was it's a tough call. I don't even know how to start, because we've seen some calls be called for some teams and some calls not been called, and whether that's Marotta League, whether that's the referees, whether that's a discrepancy in the rule book, it's something that they got to look into. You know what I mean? Because when you're having near identical plays be called differently for different teams at different times, then it says there's no clear rule then. You know what I mean? Like, things should be called by the book consistently, and then there's always room for error, obviously. But in my opinion, I don't think that was a foul in the build-up for Napoli. I think that they were both going for the ball, and that was a 50-50 chance for both of them. So I think that still should have been given, but I'm not a referee.
What they need to do is get rid of that bullshit foul being a call. But they have called that several times. They just need to get rid of that shit and say, what do you mean it's a foul? I mean, the attacker had no clue he was coming up to try to do something, and he just happens to hit him.
Yeah.
Just fucking don't call that shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
In general, but they do call it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the major thing I've noticed throughout the entire course of this season and just in past seasons is there's just a lot of inconsistency with referee calls. I mean, I don't mean to bring up Milan right now, but in the Roma-Milan game, listen, rightfully so, Santiago Jimenez, elbow, that's a red card. I don't know what you were doing, thinking about doing that. However, in the Coppa Italia final, same thing happens to Gabbia, and nothing, not even a VAR review, not even a VAR review. It's like it's just the constant inconsistencies with these referees. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Dude, man, honestly, for me, the most annoying thing about the way VAR has been going is how often he doesn't actually get the call to go look at the fucking VAR.
Yeah.
At least go look at the shit. You know what I mean? And then make your call. But when you don't get an actual review done, that shit pisses me off.
This guy Dom in the chat.
Hold on. What team does Dom support?
He's a Napoli fan.
Napoli.
Wow. Napoli, okay. I was gonna say if you were gonna say Inter right now, I was about to be like, yo, don't get me started with referee favoritism. Don't get me started over here.
It's Marotta League. Just make it simple. It's Marotta League.
Bastoni ball out of bounds, and then it's still called a corner kick, even though the ball went out of bounds.
Yeah.
But
that shit was pretty obvious.
They don't mention from last season with Inter, right? With that Bastoni, he did that nice elbow to the guy's face with Verona.
Yeah, Verona game.
What happened? And then guess what? That same play, it led to a goal, but they never went to check in VAR for a red card.
There's a whole recording you could find on YouTube with the referee.
I know.
Exactly. They always get away with this fucking.
They get away with it, though. They get away with it. But like I said, one day it'll come to bite them, and I'm just gonna laugh my ass off. So,
well, they had a lot of help with this year, but if they end up with zero titoli, finita, è vergogna.
Listen, I'll be happy.
It's gonna make it even better. Hey, listen, it's gonna be even better if they go with 0 titoli. Okay. You know what?
Exactly.
And they had the nerve to say that the refs were not fair
Yeah.
in the public. That's what made me laugh.
Yeah, that's what
I
made me
was
laugh
like-
so hard. Was
I
when
was
they
like,
actually
you
said about the referees.
You could
Unbelievable.
say your stuff, but like if you're gonna say that to the press, like you have no shame. Like you have absolutely it's so obvious.
Yep. So yeah, referees are awful in general. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the referees are awful. Come on.
I think they should. The top 4 leagues should all rotate refs. Like Premier League refs come in for Italy so that they don't have an agenda against any. You know what I mean? Because all the refs support teams. We all know this.
Dom
They all have
there's
their
talking about 2 years ago
Oh, the
when
quarterfinals.
Spalletti was still our coach.
Yeah, with Milan.
Yeah, man.
No,
about Milan.
no. Napoli was
No, hey, Franche, man, you know
That
that
was
shit was
bad.
fucked up, bro.
that
Oh,
was
come
bad.
on. Relax her down. Dan and Dom.
No, it's insane. I'm gonna bring chaos to this live chat. I strive for tension. That's insane.
Exactly.
That's
It's a little
Especially
dog.
when
Be up to
Milan
Jordan.
especially when Milan whooped you guys 4-0 at your own house. That was
That was a beauty.
that was a beauty. And watching
Look at Dan.
watching Alexis Salamakers snake through your defense.
You know, I can't believe
You
that.
mean-
You know, I still can't.
You
believe
mean Messi? I thought that was Messi when that shit happened.
Oh my
No,
god,
that-
that was so funny because I was watching my cousin get more and more pissed off, and I was just in the corner laughing. I was just like,
Salad
that shit-
makers, bro.
Come
Bro, man,
godo. Come godo.
that shit was embarrassing. That was
Oh,
embarrassing.
man.
Every
Uh,
I
club
was
has
pissed.
that. Every club has those embarrassing
oh
moments.
my god, that's when Leao was good. man.
That was when Leao was actually like showing his quality, man.
That's when he
That was
played
when
for.
Leao scared the fuck out of me every time he touched the ball.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, don't-
yeah.
don't get me-
Every single time.
Yo, don't get me started with Leao.
Yeah.
man. Don't get me fucking started.
This guy talking about CO trophies. Wait, Tom, where is the CO trophy for a second?
Wait, Dom, how many Champions League trophies you guys have? How many Champions-
Ahoy, manyanyoke.
Dude, man,
Ahoy,
this silverware,
manyanyoke.
Your
man,
greatest
this silverware
achievement-
hanging shit, man. Come on.
Your greatest achievement is qualifying for it.
You
That's your
see,
greatest
Dan,
achievement.
you see,
When's the
Dom
fucking
screwed you on
last
here.
time? When's the last time you fucking did anything besides the little blip Scudetto? You guys have been in a banter era since I was a fucking teenager. It seems like.
Ma state zitto, shut up. It's been 3 years we had the last champion. At least we had a Champions League, you bacala. Che cazzo dici?
No,
I'm not talking to you, Reno. I'm talking to Francesco.
Ma
Ma
state
te state
zitto.
zitto.
No,
Come on,
zitto.
Francesco. Where are
No, non mi
you?
ruba le scatole tu,
Ma
hai capito?
hai capito?
Ma tu a fare la pisciata, va a caccare. Beh,
Nah, this is just too funny.
oh yeah, for sure.
Change the subject. Refs pulling for Inter, please. This is from Mario. Wait, isn't Mario an Interista?
Yeah, he's interista, of
Yeah, of
course.
course
This
he wants to
guy.
get the subject
This
because
This
guy.
guy, Mario, please.
Fa schifo,
Zero
man.
titoli. Boris is
Zero
Champions coming
titoli.
to Mario.
Ciao Luca. Forza Juve e Forza Rino da Bangurva.
Oh, buonasera, grandissimo. Luca Bertoli from Italy. Grande.
Yep. We talking about jewelry.
Oh,
but you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
turn me
Here
on
we
for the
go.
trophy. This guy, man.
I love how he just assumes my story.
You know what the crazy thing is, Francesco, this guy says this, right? Wait, I'm gonna put it right here. About that was Milan's CO trophy. I'm like, where is your CO trophy? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I
At least Milan has that.
Where the hell is your Champions League trophy?
Milan's got this.
At least when Milan when they were good and they were actually competing for the trophy, they know how to win and get to the final.
Oh,
They got-
man, bravo.
Is it the second most that they have or the third?
Big word, win. Why don't we talk about the present, bro? Stop living in the past.
I'm not living.
Okay, there, big guy.
Listen, I know we suck. That's because we have a La Dirigenza that thinks
Bravo.
that care more about the Excel spreadsheet than they care about the fucking team.
and you got Mr. I am Zlatan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's the worst. He's the
Yeah,
worst.
y'all thought Eber was gonna fix that shit, man.
Oh
I
my god.
did.
I'm
I
genuinely I'm genuinely
didn't.
curious because who thought that was a good idea?
Nino, you could vouch for me. I did
No,
not
no,
think that was a
genuinely,
great idea.
genuinely. Who thought it was?
The
Who thought it was
moment
a good
Paolo
idea?
Maldini got fired, I was just like, "Yo, we're fucked.
Yeah,
that was it.
finito.
We're
È
fucked."
finita.
See,
Yeah.
yeah. After he left, it was like, oh, okay, we're just gonna not be good ever again.
Yeah, because like I said, they're
Disgusting.
worried about the Excel spreadsheet and they're trying to get their profits
And-
and run away. That's all they're trying to do.
Ibra wanted to be a sporting director, but they didn't give him that title. So that they have a
Ibra doesn't know. Ibra needs to just keep his mouth shut and doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
They have a
Listen, I respect
vacant
him.
sporting director.
I
role.
respected him as a player. I appreciate what he did for Milan as a player, but as a dirigenza, he has no freaking idea what the hell he's doing. I'm sorry.
Can't he just be
Yeah.
a figure, bro? Can't he just be a guy like?
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying.
remember when Juve had Nedved and like what Zanetti used to do for Inter? Just
Oh,
be
exactly.
there. Just your presence is enough. That's
Yeah,
all you
yeah,
need
yeah.
to do, right?
Yep.
Exactly,
That's it.
and that's why Milan screwed up with Maldini, because Maldini
Yeah.
is Milan. Maldini is the heart of Milan,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
that's
Yeah.
what Juventus is trying to bring back. Not to jump to Juventus, but that's why Juventus is trying to appoint like Chiellini, Bonucci, all those players up in the management. Because right now we have zero Juventini up there. We have Giuntoli, we have
Which
the
he doesn't
guys
know what the
from
fuck he's doing.
the guys from Ferrari. You know what I mean? We have nobody. They're
Oh,
absolutely terrible.
And it's good to see, you know.
Do you think? Hey, man, do you think Chiellini and Bonucci are a for sure thing? Are they both coming like now?
I don't. I mean,
we don't know. We don't
nothing's
know.
We
ever
don't
for
know.
sure.
Chiellini maybe
Uh,
for sure.
I think Chiellini
Yeah.
will.
No,
Bonucci, I don't know.
Chiellini's already in there. It's just that they're going to promote him to a bigger
Yeah.
position. That's what they're going to do.
What's
Now,
Chiellini
wait.
doing?
He was
What about
the
Buffon?
president.
Giorgio. Because they're both. Well, he's talking about both. There's two Chiellinis. There's,
Oh well, Chiellini's younger. I think it's his younger brother was
Younger
going to
brother.
go coach with the Primavera, and then Chiellini is going to be either the CEO or the president, and work with Giuntoli. But Bonucci was supposed to come in with Conte and be part of Conte's
that's staff. Yeah, that's what they're saying.
if Conte comes, part of the technical staff.
Hold on, man. Is Chiellini already there doing shit? Like,
Yeah,
He's
he's
there,
already
but
intertwined in the club.
he
he's
doesn't have a-
there,
like
but
a
he hasn't like
role.
he's not doing anything yet. Like he's
Oh,
not. He's just
okay.
there.
He's
you
just
know?
he's just a voice.
like his presence is
Oh,
just
okay.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Conte torna a casa from Luca. Hey,
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
this guy.
No, when I saw that
Soon,
shit
bro.
of what Conte demanded, oh my god! I'm like, he's already signing his way
Yeah, he's
out.
signing his way out. That's what I'm saying.
200
Whoa.
mil spend. He wants a new training ground.
Yeah,
What was the third
ADL is
thing
not
he
doing it.
wanted?
Like
nine
what?
players.
9 players or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
That's not
top
happening.
players
Sorry.
in each position he wanted. But
The ADL.
he
Listen,
did say a nice
ADL.
reply
Knowing
today.
ADL. No, but here's the thing. Knowing ADL. Listen, ADL is not going to cut for that crap. Come
Listen
on,
though,
man.
listen.
No.
Let's be real. Like for real, like Conte's requests are like as much of out of touch they might be. It's only gonna make Napoli better. You know what I mean? Maybe they might not have to spend 200 mil a new training ground, but like some of the requests that he had will strengthen Napoli for the foreseeable future.
Okay, so listen, bro. Listen, man. So that tweet or whatever the fuck you guys see where it says 200 million and 8 to 9 players and like 110 million in salaries and the training center and all that kind of shit. The 200 million, dude, that's just clickbait, bro. Like if it said 190, 200 sounds way better. There's no way that ADL is going to throw down 200 million in the summer.
No, not a chance.
There's no way. But
you get 20.
But I don't think Conte had said that's the fucking number either. I want 200 million spent. You know, he's probably said something closer to 150. And ADL has already proven that he's willing to do that now, and he's willing to sign veterans. The KDB signing is not official, but it's fucking close.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
that's a good one.
These signings, the signings that he did last summer, those aren't ADL signings, man. Those are Conte signings, and it's gonna happen again this summer.
Yo, McTominay, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's a good.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's coming. You know what I'm saying? He's coming.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, he's coming.
Yeah, no, I think ADL is gonna put out what he makes. You know what I mean? He's made 70 from Kavara. He's gonna make 75 minimum from Osimhen, and there's your 120 whatever million you got to make. You know what I mean? So
and
he's
don't
not
forget
really
the Champions
spending.
League money coming in too,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
Exactly.
it's easily gonna have 150 to spend.
Yeah.
You know, how much do you get for the Scudetto? Is it like €5?
I don't know about €5.
Guys, my guy Andrew, Grande Andrew, guys,
me Google
extended his membership on the channel, guys. Grande Andrew, thank you so much thank you so much, man. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for becoming now. It's 3 months. Member for 3 months, guys. Wow, on the channel. So Grande Andrew, man, thank you so much. He says
Shout out,
Grande Gio.
Andrew.
Thank you, man. Shout out Andrew, bro. Thank you so much, man.
Dan, I think it's 23 million.
You know what I think? I think that Allegri will go to Napoli for some reason. I think he will. I think he will.
Listen,
I think he will, bro.
Man,
It's just
we're gonna.
you know why?
Man.
Because if you think about it,
man, listen to me.
No.
Hey, hold on, man. You live in New York?
All of
me?
us do.
Where you live?
No,
Yeah.
I'm in Miami right now.
You're in Miami? You live in Miami?
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
You punk. You motherfucker, man. You live in Miami? Damn. Listen, I got a retirement to come to in Miami for a buddy of mine in the Army in September. If Allegri is our coach, I'm going to come punch you in the eye.
Oh, boy.
Go
You
right
might not.
ahead.
Your blood pressure is going to be too high by that time. You're not going to be able to make it.
Exactly.
By the time that happens, by the time that happens, man, I'll be back in New York.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Dan, you ready to see Cortomuso football? Your team get 1-0, and then you just sit back and
oh boy!
I swear.
You know why? I
don't
say
wish that on
Allegri,
my
guys.
worst enemy. I don't.
No,
do you know why?
Do you know why I say Allegri? Because if you think about it, Allegri looks for those same type of signings as Conte does too, with De Bruyne, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like an Allegri signing as well. So if you think about it.
Yeah, but then Allegri will give Alexandro $15 million a year, and then screw the whole books for 10 years after that. That's great.
And then Allegri, for some reason, man, he's got that fucking attitude where he thinks he's the shit, and that shit pisses me off. Like he's egotistical when he doesn't garner that bullshit. Dude, he is an average coach. He is average. Those trophies he got with Juve, man, that shit was set up for him. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm pissed off when we get Allegri, man. I'm pissed off.
Dan, no, but like I said with Allegri, I even said this in the chat. Allegri takes, if he takes over a winning team, he could do well.
He does
because he could build.
Bro, man,
that.
Dude, yeah, but
do you think that players?
That's what I'm saying. You have to bring in more players in order for
exactly.
There's
hold on, man.
Do
you think Allegri is good? Do you think Allegri is good at number one? Is he good at the motivational and fitness aspect to get players to do their best? And then the other thing, man, is you really think he's going to be able to handle the Piazza in Napoli? I don't know, bro. I don't think so.
I mean,
I would prefer.
So Dom says here, Allegri will have a better squad with Napoli. Than
good luck, Dom.
Well,
keep
let's
on
see.
Dreaming.
I don't know, man. Because listen, I can see it because listen, Napoli have people, like they have good players. Don't get me wrong. They have La Bocca. They have basically a pillar in that midfield, man. And especially if they're gonna get KDB, that's gonna be insane. That midfield trio. And
can Allegri actually implement a style of play where KDB can be that free dude?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because he'll be playing that 3-5-2. Because he'll be doing that 3-5-2.
You know what Allegri's going to tell him to do? He's going to tell him to pass the ball back to the defense every freaking 3 seconds.
Big up to Barca Reacts. My guy Jonas in the chat. Big up to you, my guy. Says that you vibing in South Beach. Smash them likes, everybody. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's get the panel going. We have 11 people watching currently from all the, I think, from me and Reno shows. So
yeah,
make
it's
sure
on my
to,
show too. So guys,
yeah,
put the likes.
let's go. Put the likes and
Subscribe to
subscribe.
all the
Let's go.
boys here.
Let's go, guys. And you already know,
Continue,
share the
bruv.
content as always. Share the content as always. Let's go. Maybe we'll get like another raid or something. Let's go. Share the content as always.
You probably me. My luck.
Vi saluto ragazzi. Che va
Buonanotte, Luca, grazie.
Ciao Luca, grazie.
Buonanotte. Grande.
Big up. Oh, he says big up Reno as well from him as well. Mirko says Allegri is not going to Napoli. There's a big chance he is going to go to in Premier League. No,
I don't
my
think so,
God.
Mirko.
No, Premier
He
League.
won't go to Premier
Mirko.
League. Mirko, come on.
Mirko, who's telling you this?
Disaster.
He can take his pale ass over to Premier League and enjoy the rain, man. Fuck off. You can go there.
He won't go there. I don't see that happening.
I
He's
think
gonna
no,
stay in Italy.
but then if you think about it, it kind of makes sense that it's going to be like the two-way. You're going to see Conte go to Juve and then Allegri go to Napoli. It's just because they, you can't just say that De Bruyne is, a Conte signing. You know what I mean? Even though, Conte could be asking for it, right? We don't know. But at the same time, it's also like an Allegri signing too, if you think about it,
It's tough. It's tough though, because it's who else is on the market?
Yeah, and now Mirko, which team do you think that Allegri is going to go to, man?
No, that's
Come
good.
on.
Italy.
But that's what I'm saying. He's not leaving Italy.
What Premier League team? There's nobody right now. Like who? The Liverpool is not going. City, what? Nothing. Arsenal, they're gonna keep Arteta, even though he's been shit for them. Who else?
I haven't seen him go abroad to coach
Ever.
another team besides Italian teams. That's all I've seen Allegri coach. Just
So I mean,
yeah.
do you really think that KDB is like, oh yeah, I want to go play for Allegri?
No.
Well, listen, I mean,
I think KDB wants money.
Yeah, he's gonna.
And he
want
wants a nice place for his family.
Well, if he wants money, he's going to go to Chicago and get shot.
Yeah.
I mean, or he can go to the Middle East and have a sucky quality of life. It's up to him, bro. But if he wants to compete and wants to like still show that he can play, then he needs to go somewhere like Napoli, man. But he ain't gonna be able to show he can play for fucking Allegri. Allegri's not gonna let him be himself.
Oh, I'm loving this. Look at this, Dan.
Allegri.
You don't even know what players we're getting this transfer window. That's what Dan said.
I mean, correct me if
duh. Fucking no shit, Dom. Nobody really knows that shit. Nobody ever knows anything for sure about the market until somebody's fucking introduced.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that KDB, that dude is not going to be able to play in Allegri's system and feel like he is being himself. Point blank.
He's going to deal with the most boring training sessions and the most boring tactics in his entire career.
Imagine going from playing Pep Guardiola football to Allegri.
To Allegri, bro. Allegri.
That would be funny, man.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Allegri get linked to Real Madrid like a years ago?
I don't believe that.
And I was like,
not a chance.
Is Florentino Perez? Does he realize what he's getting himself into?
No, that was fake news. I don't believe that.
Well, that's why I didn't believe it too. I was just like, no, there's no way. There's no way.
Nah.
Allegri would never leave Italy. He would never leave Italy. There's no way.
That's Allegri.
And every time Conte... Oh, sorry. Go, Dan. Go for it.
No, hey, Francesco, man, you ain't a little bit nervous about Allegri actually going over there?
Listen, if Allegri comes to Milan, I'm turning off the TV. I'm never watching a Milan game ever again. If he comes
minchia.
Oh my God. Like, listen, from what I know, he comes in, he tries to do what he can to bring balance to a team. But at Milan right now, there's nothing to balance. There's nothing to balance over there. That team needs a restructure. They need an exorcist. They need a reconstruction that from top to bottom, from the goalkeeper to the striker.
I ain't gonna cry about it, Dom. I'm gonna punch something.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Watch out, Dom.
He's taking a pay cut coming to Napoli, man. He ain't coming for the money.
Okay, sure.
KDB.
Man, I
He's
can't
talking
believe
about
Dom likes
KDB.
Allegri.
He's not.
No,
coming
he's
to
talking about
Napoli for
KDB
the-
right now.
He's talking about KDB. Yeah, he's talking about KDB.
He's not coming to Napoli
Yeah,
for the
all
love
right, the
of.
burn. I don't know about the burn.
What do you mean worry? This Milan fan should worry
We're
about
not
conference league.
qualifying for
Wait, you're
anything.
not even
Okay, whatever makes you happy, Dom.
Come talk to me when Napoli does something relevant in the Champions League besides qualifying. Man. Come talk to me, man.
Damn.
Come talk to me.
Shout out to MG.
Ma
though.
cagare,
Everybody
ma
go subscribe.
furtati, va, per
Everybody go
favore.
subscribe to No Return MG.
Yeah, my guy MG, bro. Big up. Oh
Nice.
man. Francesco on a rampage tonight. That's it. I'm telling you, it would have been perfect if Dom was on this show, man. Oh,
We
my
had
God.
our
Oh,
calls.
Mink, yeah.
Right,
we-
Dan. It would have been perfect. You guys would have been going at each other, disagreeing.
Yeah,
It would've
man,
been
you could have
funny.
put Reno in the middle of us on the screen.
Yeah, I should.
Hey, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. I'll destroy you
Fucking-
guys.
A fucking gold digger sandwich.
Shut up, you bacala. Kick gold digger my ass. Please. With this shit, man.
That's it. Shovel
This
away.
freaking guy, man.
Woo!
We were good. We were good and serious for like 20 minutes there.
Yeah, that was so good. And
Yeah.
the banter comes out.
Then it goes up slowly.
So wait, hold on. I have
Nice.
a question. So what we talked about the Scudetto, who we think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think is making top 4? There's 3 big games on Sunday.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Oh man, that's gonna be.
There's 3 big games on
tough.
Sunday.
Remind me what the games
Well,
are.
the real question
Venezia
is
Juve.
how much of a nightmare is it going to be for Juventini when Juve don't make the top 4?
Yeah.
Madonna mia, this guy.
It is a nightmare.
Oh.
The
It will
games
be-
are.
Me personally, you know what? To be honest, I even told Joe and Nino. They heard me. If we don't deserve it, we don't deserve it, guys. I'm not gonna cry
Yeah.
about it because, unfortunately, our team is a caca. They stink. Start from the manager whatsoever, and we had our chance to be the top 4, but waiting until the last day. I know we've been through that with Pirlo, but guys, we don't need to cry about it because. Hey, I don't mind watching Europa League, to be quite honest. Like, I hope the
Yeah.
boys do get their job, but we'll have to wait and see because Roma, man, they're on fire and they're gonna do anything to go through.
Yeah,
Would I see that happening? I don't know.
Oh my man. Holy.
Venezia,
Yeah.
does Venezia have a chance to still stay up? It looks like they do.
They do. Yeah.
Well, they're tough.
If Lecce
Well,
win, or Lecce lose,
Against
Lazio
us,
win.
unfortunately. So
Yeah.
In Venezia. Mm.
Yeah. No, I mean,
We'll be
the
running
thing
on
is,
water.
for me, listen, if we don't qualify, we don't qualify. We don't do, especially the way that we've been playing. We probably don't deserve to.
oh, so you agree with me, Gio? Bravo.
Yeah, I do. In this, no, not just that, but a lot of Juventini have been saying this.
Yeah,
we were
I
just on
agree.
me and Nino were just on a show before. If we don't deserve to, to be in Champions League, we don't deserve to be in Champions League. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, not all Juventini.
Yeah, but that's
Gio.
not my question. My question is, how are you going to take not being in the Champions League?
No,
Like,
listen,
what does that
listen,
mean for your club?
You guys, listen, you guys did a season when you guys were in 10th place. You know what I'm saying? So listen, if it
But
has to
we're-
be one season,
But we're not a massive club.
Ah, there we go.
A massive club
No.
that always has to be in the Champions League.
No.
Well, that's what everybody fucking says. That you're a massive club.
No, but here's the thing.
Along with
We were
Milan
how
and
we used to
Inter.
be, but so we'll
The
get
reason
back on
why-
track.
The reason
on.
why
Oh,
we
damn.
say that.
Ooh, Reno just said it used to be a massive club.
Well, the embarrassment of our club, it all starts from John Elkin, bro. I'm not gonna deny it. Sorry, I know that you're gonna cut my head off, but I'm saying the truth, guys.
I have some newfound respect for you, Reno.
Well, of course, because I say the way it is. I'm not one of those fans deny like you bacalas.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
laugh,
Francesco is right.
read.
Yeah, we need
Hey.
shake up
Yeah.
at Milan because
Yeah, Anthony's really pissed.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I talked to him
Ibra,
privately.
Montana,
He's
yeah,
he's pissed. Even my mother, she's a Milan.
Big up to 2K champion, my guy. Big up, man. Big
Hello.
up, bro. Question to the Milan fan: who do you want coaching Milan next season? A realistic target, please.
They're saying Mota.
Mm. Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I mean,
Oh boy,
I mean,
no way.
how much worse could it get? It really.
Yeah, seriously.
it's gonna get worse. Well,
How much
it's only
worse
one
could it really
competition,
get?
so he might be lucky.
listen, this next season is a season on rebuild. That's mainly what it is. I definitely get there's a guarantee going to be one massive transfer of a massive player that's going to go in the summer. I mean,
Yeah.
Mhm.
now it sucks to say it, but it's just the truth. You didn't make Champions League, you didn't make Europa League. Hell, you didn't even make the freaking Conference League. All right, and you put on by far the worst performance in Coppa Italia final history by not even
Oh
registering
boy,
not one shot on target. Not one. Well, actually, there was a shot on target, the Jovic chance that I don't know how the hell he missed it, but you can't. Sometimes you can't always score. But it's a season on restructure. They coach. There's talks about Italiano. Do I think it's going to happen?
Nah, man, Italiano staying.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, no,
The only
no.
reason why I'm leaning towards maybe not is because right now he's in talks with a renewal to stay at Bologna. And I'm sorry, if you just won a Coppa Italia with Bologna and it's the first major trophy in history and you have a project that you're building with it, you're not going to leave. I'm sorry, you're not going to leave. You'd be crazy. You'd be crazy to leave.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there was also talks to Allegri. That's not the option I would prefer, to be honest with you.
But Allegri's probably the most realistic for a respectable coach.
I mean,
even for Napoli, it's more realistic. Now.
Yeah, for Napoli. Yeah, Dan. For Napoli, it's more realistic right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
Dan.
if Allegri was to come into the team, he would try to do the best he can to bring balance to whatever it is he could try to bring balance to. But there's nothing to bring balance to. The team is in shambles right now. And then I think this was way earlier in the start of the live where we talked about the January transfer moves. Those were, in my opinion, those were desperation moves. They realized that they fucked up in the summer. Fofana was probably the only decent signing, even though he's had his moments in the season. Emerson Royale, don't even get me started with that freaking guy. He's quite possibly the worst Milan sign I've ever seen in my entire freaking life watching this team. And then, I'm sorry, but what the hell? How did that guy become a freaking soccer player is my question. But I mean, to not get off topic, it's either probably going to be Allegri. I would love to have seen Conceição stay because I personally feel like he just joined at the wrong time and tried to restructure what he could try to piece together and restructure.
Yeah.
But he just joined at the wrong time. So
I think that's your best move.
I would have loved.
I think that's your best move, man. Keep him for one more year and see if he can at
Do
least
what he
get them
can
back
do.
into Europe.
Exactly. Let him prove to you what he can do. Don't stop with these 6-month contracts. If you're giving a 6-month contract to a coach from the start to say, like, you got 6 months to try to prove yourself, already at that moment, already right there, you're showing no confidence in the coach. You're saying, like, I have no confidence in you by offering you this 6-month contract. That's what they did with Fonseca. They did the same thing with Fonseca. Fonseca, they gave him a 6-month contract. He was struggling the entire season. He had his moments. He beat Inter. He beat Real Madrid. And then he came up with that crazy quote, it's harder to play with Cagliari than it is to play Real Madrid. And then sure enough, they tied 3-3. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I would love for Conceição to stay to answer Dom's question, but it's probably going to be Allegri or someone else.
If I may interject, I think, looking at what Allegri did his last season at Juve, right, with a divided board, a whole new board, a whole messed up board. I think that if you put Allegri at Milan right now, he could curb the transfer of like the crap that's happening up top he could curb that a little bit, because he did that at Juventus. He did that at Juventus. He did that at Juventus when Giuntoli was like, no, I'm not signing anybody for you. Like, this is your last season. You know what I mean? So you're done.
But Nino, they just brought in the new Direttore Sportivo, right?
And that's another thing.
Yeah, Tare, right? Tare. Yeah.
Orlani already gave a warning to Tare, Like, yeah, you'll be able to sign players, but under certain conditions. So right there, you're already stirring the pot and causing problems. The guy hasn't even entered Milanello yet, and you're already starting problems.
Yeah. Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's another thing you guys need is a direttore
Thank you,
sportivo
sir,
because Ibra's not a direttore sportivo, and nobody else up there is a direttore sportivo. So you need a sporting director, and you need a coach. And I feel like if I was a Milan fan, I'd be shooting myself in the foot because you rejected Conte at the beginning of the season as well.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like Ibra rejected Conte. It was mainly Ibra. He said we need a coach, not a manager. So if I'm Milan, right? My eyes are on Ibra. I'm like, you get out, and we're bringing Tada in and whoever else he needs to start a project because this is a project.
They've already said that Ibra's staying. They're gonna consider weigh his options, but give him a different role. But they already said he's staying.
Yeah,
which I think
he better have no say in any sporting things, though. You know what I mean? Because yes, he's a player. He knows how to play, but that's different. It's just a different ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a similar situation like with Pirlo when he first coached Juventus.
Yep.
You know, you put a guy on the spot, you know, at a big club, you know, right out the gate, and it's like they have no experience with. I'm not even sure Pirlo had any coaching experience with a team before he went to Juventus.
He had one previous team, and it was nothing big.
Right. It's like he wasn't.
He still won 2 trophies. Or 1 trophy.
Right. But, I mean, the main objective, with Juventus was not.
At that point, it was
Coppa Italia.
Yeah.
Come on, you know what Juventus was trying to go after. Come on.
No, I agree.
Big up to Lamb Shop. Member for another 3 months. Thank you so much, Lamb Shop. Thank you. Appreciate it for the subscription again, man. Thank you so much. So Italiano is a passing job with Grand Milan to stay at Bologna. What has happened to this club you love? Well, the management, I would say.
Every club in history has ups and downs. In Italy, I'm saying in Italy, right? Inter, ups and downs. Juventus, we're in a down right now. We've been up,
Napoli.
we've been down. Napoli, up, down, up. You know what I mean? Every club has the dips.
Mostly down. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, they're coming up.
Napoli was in Serie C, motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying. Down.
Listen, you got yourself the Serie C.
Okay,
but it was worth it.
Wrong. Don't say
that shit was worth it, though, bro.
Yeah.
The shit was worth it, bro. Yeah, bro.
No,
Marino, vatti a piare una sigaretta, vai.
Ma vatti a dormire, non mi rompere le scatole, testa di minchia.
Ma sta dormendo tu. You're the one that's sleeping.
Okay, I'm totally chilling, relaxing, bro. I already have my sleep, so I'm okay.
And not just that, but, Francesco, let's go back, with Milan, for example, with the signings that you guys made for the past, you could say the same thing for Juve, but I feel like the mistake that I think the management should have done when you guys had the chance was get rid of Leao. Listen, Leao is up and down. Like, this guy shows that he could be a world-class player, and all of a sudden, when you need him the most, especially this season, faz schifo. Like, I still don't know how the hell.
Grande.
Dude, but bro, imagine what Conte would have done with this team.
Like I said,
100%.
Like I said, with Conte, I feel like that he could have got the best out of this Milan. You know what I mean? Especially look what he's doing in Napoli. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You guys lost Cavara. You lost
team.
You know what I mean?
That was in 10th place.
Yep.
10th place last
Which is
season.
mind blowing to me.
The chances they're gonna win the Scudetto tomorrow. You got Inter, bigger team, but they choke in these situations, so whatever.
Yeah, Andrew.
I'm the last one.
This is Nino.
I'm the last one that would not say that Conte has done something that's crazy, right? I'm not going to say miracolo and all this shit, because if you look at a starting 11 and only playing in one competition, our starting 11 isn't too far off of what it was for the Scudetto year. And it's not like we've gotten anywhere near the amount of points So, like, something that's starting to get a little bit annoying to me over the last few weeks of the season is, him trying to be the guy that's taken all the fucking credit. Now, he hasn't insulted anybody directly. Like, he hasn't said anything direct about players, but he has said things that try to make it seem like it's all because of him and he's the one that's done all the hard work. Dude, man, the players are the ones playing for him.
Yeah.
And the players are playing their asses off. And McTominay, Lukaku, even other players like Billy Gilmore and David Neres when they've played, like, our players aren't they ain't a bunch of scrubs. You know what I mean?
Well,
And 10th place, them being in 10th place last year, I'm going to tell you what last year was, man. Last year was Spalletti being let go and the players being like, what the fuck did you just do? It demotivated the players with that bum Garcia coming in. So the players didn't want to play hard anymore. And Garcia fucking Garcia thought he was the man. The dude's a scrub coach.
Yeah,
So the players just weren't motivated, 10th place, that's a lot. But them not competing for the Scudetto and even being on the outside looking in Champions League.
Well,
after
the other
Garcia,
coach too. After Garcia, what's his name? I can't
you're
remember.
talking about Mazzari when he came back?
Yeah,
dude,
that was
they
brutal.
got that year they got 10 different coaches.
Yeah, Mazzari, that was brutal, man.
But that's I agree. It's there's the one reason it's not a miracle is because you guys are only playing one competition. That's the one reason it's not a miracle that he did that. If you guys had this team and we're playing in 3 competitions, that's the biggest miracle I've ever seen in football. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But it's Conte. We knew that. We know what he's capable of with any team except for Tottenham.
Yeah.
That team is cursed, I guess. I don't know, but
you can't. I mean, they just won. So you can't say that.
But they're 1 point off of relegation, so I really don't understand how this all works.
I don't know how.
Yeah, they're gonna be in Champions League after yesterday.
But next season, I think this is why Conte is making his demands. Next season, if you don't have rotational pieces that are quality, it's gonna be a complete different season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Injuries happen. Like look at Juventus. Injuries. We had 9 players injured, and Giuntoli's at fault because he didn't prepare for that correctly.
Well, Nino, it's not even just Juventus. It's all the teams in general.
No. That's
all these competitions that we have now today. It's you need players to come off the. Look at Inter. Listen, I don't like Inter, but look at Inter. Yo, the Inter have 3 teams, man.
Yep. And the Inter fans are still not happy, saying that that Frattesi this,
how many fucking players do you need?
Taremi is not so, not good, this and that,
But listen,
that's 3 teams, man.
If Inter don't win it this year, Frattesi's gone. Taremi's gonna leave. And how much longer? How much Inzaghi's gonna leave? How much longer are you gonna get? Out of Çalhanoğlu, how much are you going to get at McTominay?
Yeah, man, they're an older team, bro. I mean,
they're at that. Like I said, ups and downs. This is the up, and then it's going to go down.
Speaking about Inter, do you guys think Inzaghi is going to get the boot if he doesn't win a single trophy?
Oh yeah. No. Listen, I think no that way. Especially what's going on, and I'm hearing so many rumors about this Saudi Arabia thing. I won't be surprised if Inzaghi does end up either parting ways with Inter,
And then maybe Allegri might come back. Go to Inter. We'll see.
Allegri.
So Inzaghi,
save him from Napoli. Save him for Napoli.
Dude, man, Inzaghi is not going to get sacked. There's no
he's not going to get sacked.
You never know, Dan.
They're going to part ways.
But Inzaghi can be like, you know what? I think I want to go. Are you okay with me going? And they can. They can agree, but he ain't gonna get fucking fired or some bullshit. That ain't happen, man. They're in the Champions League final. They're in the Champions final, and they're playing for the Scudetto on the last day of the season. The dude ain't getting fired.
You never know.
Fire him. That's dumb.
Listen, you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen. Milan made a Champions League semifinal a few seasons ago, and they fired him. of a 35 million signing for De Ketelare. So,
yeah, man.
well, what they're doing is okay. Getting ninth place and signing all these scrubs and these washed up players. Especially Emerson Royale. He's my favorite, man. Oh my God,
Yeah.
King Emerson. I love him so much.
Like we haven't had a starting 11 since December. With all these injuries, we lost Kavara mid-season. Aussie left. Change formation. Conte made this happen. Playing once a week means little with all those issues. Yeah, man.
I mean, the injuries make it seem like it's more of a big deal than it was.
Especially with Buongiorno gone too for most of the season, right?
Yeah, I mean, Buongiorno, Neres, I mean, like, I think almost every single one of our players besides Di Lorenzo has missed some time. So, I mean,
Is
Conte
Lobotka
has had
back?
to deal with a lot of injuries. Huh?
Loboka's gonna be back or no?
No, he might be on the bench, but he ain't starting.
Oh man, no, because I think Lobotka, in my opinion, is the most important player in Napoli. He's the most important
One of
player.
them. Yeah.
I really think that he's
I'd
the one that
argue
really
him, or
dictates
I'd
everything.
argue McTominay for this
Yeah.
season. I'd
I
argue
was going to say
McTominay too.
McTominay and Lukaku.
Well,
I was going to say those.
You could say that, but I think for the core of the team, man, Lobotka, man.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
To build and like the
Yeah.
creation and everything, yeah. But for this
Yeah.
season, I'd say McTominay just got them out of so much stuff that they were in. Like without him, they're not winning the Scudetto this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
man.
I mean, Billy Gilmore,
He's a
he
good player
hasn't
too.
he is a
Yeah.
good player, and he hasn't like been terrible whenever he's played either. He's been
Yep.
serviceable, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yeah. If
Scored
Inzaghi
you
doesn't win
a
the
few
CEO,
goals.
he's gone. Yeah, even Dom is saying he's gone.
but he ain't getting
Yeah.
fired, bro. Dom, he's not gonna get fired, man.
You
I'm
never
telling you,
know,
they're
Dan.
not gonna disrespect him like that. They're not gonna
Never
fire him.
know. You
Hey.
Listen, Dan. I listen. I wish Juventus had Lobotka, man. That's how good he is. Lobotka is really good.
You guys got cup miners. It's okay. You guys.
Yeah.
Nah, we don't need. Listen, bro, we don't need poop miners. Okay, we don't need poop.
The
Caca.
signing of
Guys.
the summer too, wasn't it?
Guys,
Yo,
Yeah.
Come
hey,
on. Well, Dan. Listen, he did score lots. I mean, lots of damn goals. Like I mean, I bet if he went to, especially before
Thiago
this
Motta
season.
turned him into a.
What's been the deal? Why hasn't Coop Miners been an impact, man?
Don't
Thiago
know,
Motta
but if
killed his confidence.
Conte comes,
Why, it's even his injuries too, man. Our luck with injuries is brutal.
Look at Dan. He's so annoyed about Conte, man. Oh my god.
Come godo.
Milan is doing. Look at Dan. Milan is doing amazing. It's Bacala, man.
Dude, Frenche, do you know Dom? You live in New York?
No, I live in New York. I mean, the only time I saw Dom was in the group chat when he was sending the videos.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
He fit right in. Look at that.
Man. That's it. Big up to Anthony in the chat as well. He's a Napoli fan as well. Says, "Sup boys, don't get me started." And now the crybaby Inter fans, they were so prepared for the treble, and now they are crying.
now
at the
that's
beginning of the
zero.
season. Yeah, like I said, they
Zero.
did that, man.
Zero
Listen,
titoli.
They're going
Come
from a
godo.
triplete
Man,
to a
do the
quadruplete.
Inter fans like know how hard it is to get the treble? They got one. They're good. They don't
I
fucking
got
need another
friends attacking me, saying we're fighting for the triple. This is it. Go to the adesso. The moment you guys lose, you're not gonna hear at the end of it. I'm coming to your house to tell my
I
buddies.
was so
Like, you
happy
know,
with Milan.
I'm doing a halo log,
man.
so hopefully that gives me
Yeah.
luck. We'll see.
Gio Spana and Lobotka is our most essential player. Oh, thank you, Dom. Thank you so much. Finally, you agree with
I
something
like
with
that.
me, man.
Yeah,
Oh, they
most
got
essential.
Most
My
essential.
God.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I mean,
Most
he's a key,
important for this
key
season.
anchor in that. He's like your regista. A lot of this shit goes
Exactly.
through him.
Even during the Scudetto season, man. I mean, obviously,
Oh,
Ozim and Cavada and Keem were our most impactful players that everybody probably noticed. But dude, Lobotka that season for Spalletti, man.
he was amazing.
Those turns he would make and just his calmness on the ball was something special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he played well last year too. He wasn't a scrub last year. He was probably our best player last year.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I mean, guys, let's talk about this Mercato. let's talk about the Mercato, man,
Oh,
for all of
God.
our teams. What's happening? Now we got the Juventus, we got the Napoli side, and we got the Milan side. And we could talk about the Inter, even though there's really nothing much that's happening at the moment with Inter. So,
I really hope Inter sign Hoyland. I really hope they
yeah,
do.
no, I really hope so too, man. Especially if
really hope
Inzaghi leaves, I'm telling you, oh my god, yes, man.
Wait,
It's
why do you
perfect.
want Inter to sign Hoyland so bad?
Because it's literally
Oh,
like
it's
Vlahovic
yeah, like Vlahovic
3.0.
3.0. Yeah. Did you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you guys saw the final against Tottenham. I
I
watched
didn't have
it.
a chance.
Oh my gosh, guys, Hoyland was a disaster. I was
He
like,
was
this is what we want. This is exactly what we want, guys. Like,
bad. He was
And then
and
and then their freaking 80 million player fucking Garnacho played like 2 minutes or some shit,
Yo.
man. He was barely in the game.
listen. All I know is the Atalanta camp is laughing after making that deal to Man United,
I'm rooting
selling
for
him
Lazio.
to Man U.
I can't.
Big up to Joya 10 edits in the chat. Big up to you, man. Says Dom says Osimhen ain't going to Juve. That's what's not happening. Reno sources.
Yeah, you wish.
know
If
what?
that happens, bro, it's the end of you, buddy. Keep on dreaming,
Hey,
pal.
you know what, Reno? I got off the phone with your mountain bike guy.
Yeah,
And he
exactly.
said,
Yeah, and
yeah, man, and he said UA was going to pay 120. Is that true?
maybe I don't know. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know nothing
120,
because you guys know
120.
everything, so I don't know nothing.
That's, in my opinion, if it's really 120, that's too much, man. That is too
boys,
much.
boys,
Oh,
boys.
that was a joke. I
If
hope
it's
UA doesn't pay 120. That
if
would
it's
be
over
No, that's a
pretty
joke.
dumb.
75,
That's a
it's too
joke.
much. Over
That's a
75
joke.
is too much.
Now, Nino. Now
Probably.
we were on different channels today. Me and you. We were on the Bianconeri Zone before, and there was news coming out, and then I was also watching Bepe's live. I'm not sure if
Yep,
you're
I was
watching
watching
too.
that too. Yep.
Yeah, about this Gyökeres news now with Juve.
Yeah.
So something is happening with Osimhen. I don't know what it is. It's most likely not Osimhen. It's most likely Napoli.
Yeah.
But now it's apparently Juventus is linked with Gyökeres. They're looking into him now.
I'll
So
tell you
So
exactly
is
what's
he
gonna
no
happen.
longer linked with Man U?
yeah, after
Without
that,
Champions League,
without
brother?
Champions League, nah. Man U
Yeah.
is not
Okay.
Man U is not in discussions anymore.
I'll tell
Because
you
the coach that's coaching Man U was his coach before at Sporting, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Cameron?
yeah. But the thing is with Man U, they're
Yeah.
16th, no Champions League. Like
Yeah.
they everything was basically off of that final because all the fans they thought that they were gonna win it. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's crazy for them. But I think go ahead, Nino. Go ahead.
If history repeats itself, right, and Giuntoli's still at the helm of this club, I'll tell you exactly how this Mercato is going to go. Osimhen's going to Al Hilal because ADL doesn't want to give him to Juve, which is we all know, right? Juventus is going to try to get Gyökeres, but that's not going to happen either.
Yeah.
And we're going to end up either signing Jonathan David on a free transfer, or we're going to end up getting, I don't know, some Newcastle reject again, like we did with Lloyd Kelly, and then we're gonna do that next season.
Don't you guys want Tonali?
We're not.
Tonali is unlikely now.
Listen,
because
it was never likely. What the Juventus, the Juve fans don't understand is that number one, he's a Milanista at heart. He's born Milan. He's not coming to Juventus. Number two,
so was Pirlo.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Well, Pirlo did they did Pirlo dirty. That's why he did that.
To be fair,
he did Pirlo dirty.
But you could say the same thing with Tonali.
No, they just sold Tonali. That's all they did.
Why they pushed him? He didn't want to leave.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave. They pushed
There's a
him
reason.
out.
There's my honest opinion is that Milan knew what he was doing and they got him out of there before the stuff came out. That's my honest opinion.
Okay.
But well, I forgot what I was even talking about. Newcastle supported him through that whole situation. If he leaves Newcastle, that shows his character. You know what I mean? He's not leaving Newcastle. They're in the Champions League. They are
You never know,
they're
Nino.
back.
You never
They're back.
know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You never know.
You
They're
always keep
back.
on saying about this Tonali. Come on, Nino. Have a little bit of faith, Purutu. Always be.
Listen, Reno. I don't want to spend $100 million on a midfielder.
We're
So
not
who's-
going to spend $100 million. There's a solution.
Yeah, man. So
Come on.
Gyökeres is 75 on transfer market.
Yep.
Are they gonna pay at least 75 for him?
Listen, if they're going to go up for 85 million for Osimhen, they'll do 75. Especially if the rumors are true, because this is what we're.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to believe
have no
anymore,
clue,
to be
man.
honest.
This guy.
So I just let it go and see the officials in the summer. Just can't wait to talk about it.
It's gonna be an interesting transfer, Mercato.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or Jonathan David is going to be the solution.
No, but he's a Canadian boy. I know most people didn't want him, but I don't know, man. I don't know about Jonathan David.
I would prefer Gyökeres or Sesko. Sesko, I've heard is not that good. I haven't watched.
I like Cisco, but
Vlahovic 2.0, they're
money.
saying.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I think we should re-sign Vlahovic, guys. What do you guys think?
Yo.
no, not a
No,
chance.
no, no.
Give me a break.
Sell him to Napoli or sell him to Milan.
I'm pretty sure Severino will be happy, but not me. No, thank
Yeah,
you.
Sev likes Vlahovic.
Oh my God!
Crazy.
Don't get mad, Severino. Don't get mad.
What about the rumors about like the possibility of selling Yildiz, man?
No, they're not selling him.
Yeah,
No.
Elkin shut that down.
I don't believe it. No, I don't believe it.
That would be like fucking crazy if they let that dude go.
I agree. I agree, Dan.
I'd be leading the riot.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure, man.
That dude's special, man.
No, he is a fantastic player. Do I see him leaving Juve? I don't think so. Even if any of this scenario happens, listen, Elkan even shut that down already. You know, with that, because
How old is he?
20.
19 or 20 now. Yeah,
He
20
just
now.
turned 20.
Oh, he's so
Yeah.
young. He's so young.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Not as young as Yamal though. The guy is still 17.
Yamal is insane.
Yeah,
I saw somebody online say Barcelona should not pay him like competitive salary. I was like, he literally is your whole team. Like, if you watch the Champions League, they gave him the ball and said, "Everybody, get out of the way."
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
for you to say don't pay him is outrageous because he's like the life of your team. Without him, you guys are nowhere near where you are,
bro. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, look at this.
I felt bad for DiMarco, man. He's probably starting.
I don't. Listen. DiMarco is gonna have nightmares. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he's listening. He's gonna have nightmares again. You know why? Right? In the final, he's gonna have nightmares with either Kvara, whatever.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
Come on, let's go PSG. Listen, for this show, because I just want to, troll Inter so bad. You know what I'm saying? I got the PSG.
Oh my God, this guy.
You know what I want, bro?
Did you buy them?
I want a Cavada winning goal. 99% of Napoli fans probably hate me for that, but that's what I want, man. I still have a soft spot for Cavada, man. I think Cavada. I could talk for an hour about the Cavada saga and what I think really happened and all that. I really could. Like, it could be a whole show, and the majority of Napoli fans probably wouldn't agree with me.
Where's Dom? Not in this show, sadly. His internet is kapooey, bro. So he'll be back either Sunday. We're gonna do another one Sunday, or we'll see. Sunday or Saturday. We'll see. So let's see. If Juntley go to ADL with 75 million, gonna get Osimhen. If not, you're gonna lose him at 0 next year. Oh yeah, that's true.
No.
Osimhen is what? 1 year off of a free transfer.
It's a negotiable contract. Like, there's negotiable room, but if any of the Saudi Arabia clubs come in with 135 million transfer fee, like, nobody's gonna deny that.
Dom's too scared. Melon, that's insane. Dom, he's calling you out, man.
Dom, you better get.
That's your worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare, Melon.
Melon, Dom is your worst nightmare. Calm down, bro, before he starts going after you, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh shoot. We all know that if Juve don't make the CO, their owner needs to drop 100 million into the club, right? Yes.
It's not.
Sure.
It's
Oh,
not.
wish.
It's not. They need to drop 100
No,
million.
we have to.
They will do it to cover the loss because the team needs a whole revamp. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to pump this money into the club.
Yep.
But to make us back into being competitive, they have to. They will do it.
They would do it, yeah. DeMonico is a terrible defender. Got cooked by Yamal 3 times.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
got
got
most of the
turned
game.
inside out, man.
He had like a 4.0 rating on the app.
Yeah, the foot mod or
Yeah.
something, right? Oh, my gosh. Into our clinical locking down wingers. They locked him down. Napoli played them.
I will give it to Inter. They do have
That's
a very
true.
good back line.
That's true, but imagine dealing with, not just Kvara, but, a Dembele that's in form. You're gonna have to deal with also with Desiree Doué as well. You're gonna have to deal with Barcola. You're gonna have to deal with a lot of the other. Remember, look at the midfield too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Shoot. You know what I mean? It's it's a different team than Napoli for sure. Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, supposedly the best left back in the world.
Vitinha's in form.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fabian Ruiz.
By the way, ex-Napoli, Fabian
Ex-Napoli
Ruiz.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Dom is nothing. Melon says. That's insane. Melon, I'm squeezing like I squeeze my heartstrings every morning. I'm telling you, Dom. Oh man, I wish Dom was on this one. This would have been funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but everybody make sure to like and subscribe, of course, because we're giving you the best content as always. Let's go. So but yeah, no, I mean, yeah, man. But what not just that, but even with with all this Juve news and with the Conte situation, with the Allegri situation, is Giuntoli staying? I'm like,
we don't know.
Oh, what the hell?
A lot of things. We'll see.
Like they go from 6%. They go from 6% to 4%, and then to 1%.
That's 1%.
I haven't said this on the live. I haven't said this on the live yet, but can somebody tell me how they calculate these percentages? Like,
I don't know.
I tweeted the other day. It was like
to Monblano, right?
Yeah, Monblano liked the tweet, and he's the one who comes up with the percentages. I was like, it's Giuntoli's attitude, the type of espresso he buys, Elkin's suit choice that he picked today, and something else, and then that equals 1.2%. Like, how do they come up with, like, what is the formula? How does this work? Like, I'm a man of science. I need to see the formula that you put into this to get 1.9%, or else you're just pulling it out of thin air. Like, this is just, it makes no sense to me. He bought Cafe Barbone instead of Lavazza. That's why it's 1% today, and it's not 10.
Who else besides De Bruyne is linked with Napoli? Dan, do you know?
Jonathan David for one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man.
As the striker, Boni, Luca, those are two other strikers. Although I think the rumor mill is a lot less for both of them now, and I think Jonathan David is the number one rumor. And then there's like 2 or 3 wingers out there that Ndoye at one point was a rumor. A couple other players I can't think of right now, to be honest. And then I'm waiting for a center back rumor because we fucking need a center back.
Fratesi.
Wow.
We need 2 center backs. Oh yeah, Fratesi too, man. Dom right.
Yeah.
Yep, Fratesi's been rumored too.
Do you
hasn't like been a lot of that like recently, but when the rumors were Fratesi's going to be leaving, one of the things was like sort of like a player swap between him and Raspadori.
Wow. Man, I can't see Raspadori in
Do you
think shirt. That's insane.
Yeah. Do you think Ndoye was a Conte request, or do you think Napoli wants just him in general? Like Mana just wants him.
It was a Allegri request. You know what I'm saying?
Allegri request, though.
That
was a serious question. That wasn't even meant for.
I think it could be either, man. I think it could be either, and the reason I say that is because I think Ndoye would be really good in Conte's system, but I also think ADL would like to get him because his value is probably going to go up because he's young still, you know?
Yeah. How much do you think Bologna is going to charge you for him, though? That's the question.
Uh, I
I
would
saw
say right
40,
around
40 mil.
the 40 mil around 40 mil range. Yeah. I hope we get Boney, man. I really like Boney, and I think that he is a good player for Conte's system, and he's not his value isn't like a really high amount, and
Yeah.
uh, yeah, I haven't seen much about Boney lately though. So if I had to say who it's gonna be, probably Jonathan David. I don't know if I feel good about that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We have to see.
there's no other real strikers in the market, though. Like,
If you think about it, if Allegri does go to Napoli, right, and they do get Jonathan David, I think he'll cook.
I
Why do you
don't
say
know,
that?
Gio.
I think
He's
You know
gonna
why?
destroy him.
Lukaku.
Poor kid.
No,
I
I
think
think Lukaku too.
stays. No,
No,
I
but
think
I
Lukaku
think
stays.
Oh, you think Lukaku does stay? Okay.
I think Lukaku fits Allegri's system better than
Yeah.
Vlahovic his system because
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Allegri really tried to make Vlahovic a back to the goal player, which he's not. He just is not.
Nah, he's not
And
for Juventus.
Lukaku fits that so much better than
Yeah.
Lukaku's one of the
Maybe.
best back
Well,
to
here's
the
the
See?
thing, though,
goal
about
players.
Jonathan David. I mean, I don't think Jonathan David is like wanting to come to a team where he's going to split time or even be the second striker. I think
Yes.
Boney is as a player in the point of his career coming from Parma. I think he's in the position where he's like, yeah, I'll split time and I'll even be the backup. Just
Yeah.
let me grow some. But
Yep.
Jonathan David's already at that level where like he
Yeah,
doesn't really have a whole lot of more growing to do, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
exactly.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
Dom is right, man. Luca was just something at the beginning. Oh yeah, Chiesa too, man.
Chiesa.
Dom's right.
There's yeah,
Chiesa has been
I
You
heard.
know,
Yeah,
if Chiesa
yeah.
goes to Napoli, I'm actually gonna be a little bit heartbroken, bro.
I'll be a little
'Cause
sad at that.
listen,
same.
because Chiesa,
So
listen, what he did in the Euro, and everything, like,
so Chiesa is 100% a Conte request. Like there's no way in hell that ADL is wanting to sign Chiesa. Zero chance.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
I
Chiesa
Okay.
don't
being
know.
linked.
So maybe Chiesa will tornare a Juventus.
I feel bad for Chiesa, man. What Malta
I
did
feel bad too.
is that was disrespectful. I'm sorry,
And
man.
it was even June to leave.
Yeah,
It
but
was both of them.
you know what, they didn't even give him a chance. Like,
No, they
what, you know what I
literally
Nothing
mean?
just
happened
said
there.
you don't fit the
Yeah.
contract. We don't
Like
want you.
it doesn't make any sense. Like give the guy a shot. Like he could have ended up being one of the best players, even though Liverpool says that he wasn't
But
fit, but we don't really know what was going on behind the
that's
scenes.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's the whole problem. That's the whole reason Juventus sunk this season is because Giuntoli and Motta decided to tag team all the veterans on the team and said get out. Like
Yeah, right.
they
Man.
got rid of Danilo, they got rid of Szczesny, who just won 3 trophies with Barcelona. They
Yeah.
got rid of uh who else? Rabiot's gone,
Danilo.
Alexandro's gone, like
Danilo.
which don't get me wrong, a few of those
Hold on.
contracts needed to go. Yeah, I know, don't worry. A few of
Wait.
those contracts needed to go. Like Rabiot's gone, Alexandro's
Wait.
gone. Those are good. Those are good. But hold on. Whoa.
What's happening
'Cause
here? It can catch.
I used to be the biggest Rabiot hater in my life. Francesco will tell you.
I feel that I can't stand that guy. That's a huge.
Oh
I'm
man,
sorry.
Loser.
The money he
that's-
was requesting was
Yeah.
in.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, yo,
And-
you're good. You're not that good.
Yeah.
You're not
But
that.
that's the whole downfall of our season, and that's why we are where we are. We have no leadership. I guarantee you, if we had Danilo still, like we were scrambling
Yeah,
for
Danilo.
we're
Yeah.
scrambling for defenders. You know what I mean?
Ah.
Like we're scrambling. We have Lloyd Kelly in, Bremer's injured. If we had Danilo, who's a leader and a defender who has experience, we would be in a different ball game right now. I feel like if players didn't get injured, Malta would probably still be on the bench, in my opinion. Like if Bremer didn't go down,
No.
we would have had one of the best back lines. I think Malta would have still been on the bench. But Bremer going down and Giuntoli not getting the correct replacement started a cascade, and then Malta just started doing crazy, dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Don't you feel like getting Danilo out of there wasn't really Giuntoli making that decision altogether, and it was more the
Yeah.
club?
No, I think
It was
it was
Giuntoli and Mota.
it was Malta and Giuntoli, and if you ask any Juventus fan, it was a wrong decision.
Yep.
Looking back at it, and even in the moment, because he played with players like Ronaldo, Dybala, all the players who he had the Juventinità. You know, he had the knowledge of what it is to win.
It was part of
And
the
you're
Real
getting
Madrid team.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're getting rid of all of that. Now you have Locatelli's the guy who won the most on your team. Like that's saying something. You know what I mean? That's saying something.
Yeah. No. I mean, listen. I in my opinion too. I think it was Motta and Giuntoli. You know, they're them two tag teaming, and then at the 8 month, a couple months later, bye bye, you're a disgrace. This and that.
Yeah, good.
Danilo wasn't that good of a player anymore, though.
No, I agree. His performance.
But he would be a help.
He would have been
now.
a help, I think, man. Because look, we have to deal with Lloyd stinking Kelly.
Yeah,
But
Nelly Kelly.
My biggest issue is like you see, like I don't know how I'm a 22-year-old, how old am I? 23-year-old guy sitting in my house in New York, and I'm seeing like if I have a vision more than the people in the club have a vision for what they need to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, and don't get me wrong. I'm not like a sporting director. I don't know the logistics and everything, but like. If you're telling me you couldn't play Dean Huijsen, however you say his name, next to Bremer so he could learn, or next to Chiellini so he could learn, and then now Huijsen would be one of our starting center back. You know what I mean? Like you have to prepare for these kind of things, and they're just throwing everything away. That's the way I look.
Going to Real Madrid.
Now he's $60 million.
Yeah, now
going to play for
Chow. My gosh, you know
what I mean?
This is where I criticize Giuntoli. Giuntoli, yeah, you're gonna get a nice old one from the AJC. Nice there you go. Screw you, asshole. I'm telling you, just do that, man. I'm telling you, man. Oh my gosh.
It's just like you're gonna sell Cambiaso?
We don't even know what the heck is happening with Cambiaso.
No,
I don't think anymore, right?
Man City rejected. So
if it was me, if they offered like 80 million, I would sell him. But if anything less, like who else are we gonna go buy? I don't really want to buy Teo. I'm sorry, I don't want to go buy Teo. Like
80
thank you.
million for Cambiaso.
Let's hope so, bro.
I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
you said you don't want Teo.
I would prefer to not have Teo on my team.
Can you please take him?
Yeah, I do not want Teo, man.
If you want to give him to me for the Kalulu price that you gave him to us, then I'll take it.
Yeah, then I'll take it. Yeah.
Well, wait. With Kalulu, I don't think it's. Did they officially agree to the 13 million?
I think
so.
It's done.
I don't know if they paid it, but I think they're gonna do. They better do it.
Yeah.
Gave you one at discount. There you go. Have a nice.
Yeah, man.
You want to give us Tomori? You didn't want to give us Tomori too. We were going.
Yeah, that would have been funny. We don't.
Kalulu's not a good player, but we'll sign Emerson Royale to take over Kalulu's spot. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I hate. Oh dang, he hates Giuntoli. I mean, listen, I have my. There's some pros that Giuntoli has done, but there's a lot of bad cons that cover all those good things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we talked about this before.
We talked about this in the last show. We talked about this with Giuntoli. He did well with the books. But look at the players that he signed. Yes, he signed okay players, like you could say Turam, Cabal. I think was not bad signing. Bringing Kalulu, even look at his injury record, and then after that he comes to Juve and was actually playing good. You know what I mean? So
Conceição's been good too, no?
Yeah, Conceição. Listen, Conceição, I have no clue.
Yeah, but I hope they don't
even
get rid of
saying
him. I will get
Yeah,
pissed.
I
now
love
I'm
that.
hearing. Now I'm hearing, especially if we do qualify for Champions League, that we might do like 180 and might get him like permanently.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a motorino, man. That guy
Yeah.
runs.
That guy runs.
He runs, man.
But that's you see like the
Yeah.
180s that they're doing. You see this 180
Yeah.
BS that's going on. That's happening every 5 minutes. Like, oh,
Yep.
Alberto Costa's going on a loan. Nope, he plays
Yeah.
good one game. Now he's staying. You know what I mean? Like, we can't do this. Not how you run a club.
Yeah, we need the
Like,
summer.
do this.
We're getting Osimhen, and then all of a sudden we're linked with Gyökeres now.
Yeah, like, but those are just rumors. Those are rumors. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, with
those
Gyökeres is rumors.
those are
yeah.
rumors.
Yeah.
But like when you're talking about signing players, like,
Rumors. I don't know about rumors,
Hey,
but yeah, you can say
Camarda.
that.
No, please. Nah.
Milan needs to play Camarda, bro. I've been saying this for so long. You have
You've been
nothing to
saying
lose.
this. You've been saying this.
You know what?
Probably just
You
said
know
it
what?
was-
You know why not? Why not? Just to piss off Francesco, we should get Camarda right now.
Don't give.
You know, I'm gonna
Cardinale-
mention that. I'm gonna mention that when Mr. Antonio is on the podcast. I want to mention. We
Boy,
should
you're
get
not gonna hear
Camarda.
the end of it.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna love it.
Franche, what do you think? What do you think about Camarda? What do you think the situation is?
They need to play him more, man. If you want a player who has great qualities and has this background of what was it, the 500 goals that he scored in the youth system,
Yeah.
That's a player you need to play. You know, you have to start playing him little by little. And I mean, listen, the one thing I appreciate Ibrahimovic about is they were about to get rid of Camarda on a loan to Monza back in January.
Yeah.
They were about to get rid of him. And Ibra blocked the move. He blocked it. But it's like you think that when he blocks the move, they would try to play him a little more, right? No. He just sat on the bench the entire time, was just sitting there, not getting much playing time. He came in, I think, like, one or two times, and that was about it. But it was like 5 minutes left in the game. You know, you gotta like, in a way, you gotta like groom him. You gotta get him into the game more and more. You gotta allow him to develop his capabilities as a future striker, and who knows, maybe a future player on the nacionalidad of the national team. You know,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially when it was looking, highly unlikely that you weren't going to get top 4. Why not? I mean, at least put him in there in the second half and give him a run.
Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give him a shot in this game against Monza. Let him play. Just throw him on the field.
Yep. Yeah, man. But I mean, and not just that, but who is Milan going after? Fran, do you know?
Like in terms of transfers?
Yeah, in terms of transfers.
There's that guy from Lyon. They're going to activate. They're going to try to activate his 22.5 million euro release clause. Wow. I hear rumors about this player from Lazio that they're trying to get. And then that's all I know at the moment. In terms of sales, I mean, listen, I know that they missed out on Europe, and they want to try to cover up, whatever it is they're going to miss out on and all the money that they're going to lose next season. But instead of selling your best players like they did with Tonali, why don't you sell the scraps that we have over here that barely get any playing time? I sent you the text.
Yeah.
I sent you a list of players that they could sell, and it turned out to be like 126 mil you can get in return. There you go. There's your 100 mil that you're missing out on. Sell those players, and then try to use some of that money to bring in a few pieces here and there, and keep your star players. Don't sell Pulisic. Don't sell Reinders. Listen, I don't want Reinders to go, but it's more than likely it's going to happen because we know how Cardinale is, and we know how this club operates. They're just going to sell the player to get the most money, to try to make the most money possible, get the most profit. Eventually, they're going to sell the club. When are they going to sell the club? We don't know. But they're fun. They just want to make sure that their financial Scudetto is, intact.
Yeah.
And that they get the most profit possible. They're not a serious team. They're just not a serious team. I don't think they're going to go. And if they're trying to get players, they're probably going to be just mediocre players. Probably going to be players that we don't even know about. 8 million euro, 10 million euro signings. They're going to try to get them on a discount. They're going to offer. They're going to do the usual. They're going to do the 10 mil plus 5 mil bonuses, 3 mil bonus on this. You know, if he gets 15 appearances, we're going to give him another 5 mil bonus.
All of that, man.
It's like just sign the player, pay the flat fee.
Yep.
You know? So I don't know who they're going to get. I don't know who they're going to get.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I mean,
you
guys don't know what the
I haven't
coach.
really noticed a lot of rumors out there. It's a little weird, huh?
I think they actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is a third player that they were talking. It was the guy from Bologna.
Ndoye.
Ndoye, yeah. But that would only be if Italiano manages to miraculously come to Milan. That would only be that if we would get Ndoye.
I don't think that.
I don't think it's gonna happen. No way.
I think you guys are gonna get Thiago Motta, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. I said, if they get Thiago Motta, they better hide their youth players.
Hide their youth players, everything.
They better never bring them out to see the light of day.
They better hide Camarda. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, that's it.
He's gone. Look at what Motta did with Yildiz and Thuram. You take the two best players out of the team. Like if we didn't have Yildiz or Thuram, we're not in fifth or fourth or whatever place we're in. We're right next to Milan. We're down there if we don't have Yildiz or Thuram. That's how bad the team is right now.
We're almost the same position as Milan. Come on.
Yeah.
Anthony, that's the guy. Cherki, the 22.5 million euro guy from Lyon. That's him. Cherki.
You guys get him? Because I've seen him play. He's really good. He's a really good player.
Yeah, he's really good, but Santiago Jimenez was good at Feyenoord, and then he came into Milan, and he started off hot and then got cold. Look what happened to him.
I think that's a Conte Sal thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, you have to look at it this way, right? When you're coming into a team who is not like, if you look at that Milan team and you look at this Juventus team, if you plug a piece in that's playing well somewhere else, like Koopmeiners, exactly the same thing happened to Koopmeiners. The whole team needs to be playing well for that player to be performing, right? When you're bringing in somebody like him at Milan, when the only two players that are playing are Pulisic and Reinders, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to perform at the same level.
It's going to be it's going to be hard to replace a player like Reinders. Like somehow Milan managed to do that with Tonali. They brought in now. Reinders doesn't play exactly like Tonali because listen, Tonali not only was he a bomb going forward, he's a bomb going back and defending. That guy he doesn't stop running. He doesn't stop running. So I mean, with Reinders, you sell him. Who are you going to replace him with?
Yeah, there's nobody.
You're going to replace him with. And now there's links with Pulisic. Pulisic about being shopped, stalling his contract talks to try to see what his agent could do to shop him around, other teams. Even Italy. There's teams in Italy that could possibly be linked with.
Oh my gosh, the private jet is getting crazy. But Cardinale and Furiani love to brag about the balance sheets, but they don't use the money properly to build a team.
No.
In my opinion, it's the same situation. What's going on with Juve too?
Yeah.
Think about it. But I just feel like in Milan's perspective, it's a little bit worse.
They just
you
really want to know what they should do? And Antonio is probably going to get pissed off at me about this on Sunday.
Oh, man.
Need to rip the fucking Band-Aid off and get rid of Leao and Teo Hernandez. They need
Leao.
I said that. Leao.
Rid of them.
You know what? And I said this in the beginning, Francia, about Leao, right? You guys should have sold him when you had the chance. Why? Because look how he's playing, right? He doesn't track back. It looks like he's lazy on the field. Oh, he doesn't give his 100%.
Yeah, no. I want a player that wants to give 130% for the badge. I don't want a player that gives 25%.
It's hard to find, bro. It's hard to find nowadays.
I know.
But how could you have ever predicted that was gonna happen right off of the like? When I saw Milan win that Scudetto, I was like, oh shit! Like Milan are back. They're gonna build on this. They're gonna keep going, and then I wouldn't have predicted in 10 years that Milan would have dropped back down.
I started to notice glimpses of it when just after this coming off with the Scudetto season, when they were going into the new season, I started to see glimpses of it. If Leao gets the ball, he goes forward and he does what he does, and he does good. He gets a goal or assist. Oh, it's great. If he goes forward, he loses the ball and doesn't go back. It's okay. I'll just walk back. And if you notice, he walks back.
Yeah, he walks.
Yeah,
a lot.
Walks.
Dude, don't you think that has something to do with Pioli being let go the year after the Scudetto?
Even when Pioli was there, he was doing it.
Oh, was
Yeah.
He was doing it a
Wasn't
lot. He got even the commentators in the game was even calling it out. He's like, "Why is Leao walking back?"
Yeah, no, but the thing is, not just that, but I feel like that, your whole team is just based on, not just with Fonseca too, but and then you got Conceição with the players as well. You know what I mean? Like it's just, in my opinion, there's just no identity in Milan and Juve. There's none of that. I want to give the 130%, like you said, on the pitch anymore. Unless you have a coach like Conte, then you could see those. Napoli plays aggressive.
Listen. We had a coach like Conte, Leao and Teo would have been sold right away.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. It's Conte. I mean,
it would have been sold.
Yeah, no, but I think the biggest mistake was you guys not selling them for sure.
No.
But yeah, guys, any comments from the chat and final thoughts, guys, because we are going to wrap up, everybody. So make sure to like and subscribe. We will be back for either, I think, Saturday or Sunday. Because I'm going to speak with Mr. Antonio. So we'll make an announcement. Don't worry, everybody. Theo is okay, overrated. You need your owner to sell, man. Milan ain't going now with Jerry Cardinale. Yeah, well.
They're not. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he's a chooch, but
the Three Stooges, funny.
The Three Stooges. Yeah, they gotta get Mr. Ponytail out of there too.
Yeah, Anthony's really mad. I don't blame him.
Oh yeah, yeah. We have to give Jimenez a full season next year to see what he could do for us at Milan. Listen, I think he started off good for Milan, scoring a lot of goals, and then after that he just died out. But you could say the same thing with Conceição. Started off good, won you the Super Copa.
It's a Portuguese thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Probably because he saw that the other players were trying, so he's like, you know what, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna try it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, guys, thank you so much. Everybody, make sure to smash that like button. Of course, go check out the panel, Calcio with Reno Z. Make sure to go also follow Dan on Twitter. And also, he's going to be having one as well. And also, go subscribe to Nino's channel as well, Dr. XP Football. I think it's XP now, right?
Yeah.
So you changed it. I saw you change
it.
So,
because
it's Dr. XP now. So yeah, guys. Of course, big up to everybody. Francesco, thank you so much, man. It's a pleasure to have a Milan fan on here too, and of course, Dan, as always, for you as a Napolitano, So
thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, of course, man.
Great pleasure.
So it was fun, And guys, episode 4, we're gonna see either Saturday or Sunday. I'll make a determination soon. So, all right. Thank you so much, everybody, and ciao tutti.
Ciao, guys.
Ciao.
This is a Russ production.